Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Jimmy's Records and Tapes. I'm Jimmy Pardo. This week we're talking about my 5 favorite songs that are about cheating.
We've got it on vinyl, CD and cassette.
We've got pop, rock, heavy metal, punk, funk, rap, and new wave. All sales are vinyl, but you'll never regret all the music you get at Jimmy's Records and Tapes.
Music again. If she would have been faithful, if she would have been true. Hey everybody, that's me singing a song off Chicago 18 because that's the theme of this week's show. Welcome into Jimmy's Records and Tapes. The store is open. Browse around. Apparently I'm doing Gilda Radner doing Barbara Walters, an impression of that. That impression's 3 deep. My 5 favorite cheating songs. Songs about cheating, being cheated on. Nobody likes it, but let's admit it. We've all done it. We've all had it done to us. That's life. It's going to happen. Nobody lives a perfect life where you start dating somebody when you're in kindergarten and you're with them for the rest of your lives. Although you hear those stories, don't you? Oh, yeah, we met in preschool, and then we dated in high school, then we went to separate colleges, then we met up again, and we've never dated anybody else. Well, oh, boy. I don't know if I think that's the greatest thing in the world or I think it's the saddest. I can't decide. Tweet at me at Jimmy Pardo. Let me know your thoughts on that. We gotta get to the bottom of it. Anyway, these are my 5 favorite cheating songs. I've talked about this before. I was in a relationship that did not end well, and one time I could remember, in particular, there was I was living in Chicago and there was a showcase for the TV show Star Search, and Ed McMahon was going to be there. Ed McMahon was going around the country. So that when he said, I discovered this person in Chicago, he could be honest about it. And it was all publicity. And I was on the showcase, one of the 8 comedians, and I was also having trouble with my girlfriend at the time. So when I wasn't preparing for my set, I was on the payphone calling her constantly, and we would fight. And then I would go, okay, I gotta do a set, and then I would go back and I would do the set, and then I would get back on the phone, and we would fight some more. And then she finally said, "Why do you keep calling?" I had no answer for that, to be honest with you. I don't know what was happening in the previous phone call that I didn't get that I felt needed to be the closure in the next one. But I did meet Ed McMahon, and before I did the set, a woman named Lisa and a guy named Gary, who I am friends with to this day. They were executives working on Star Search, and they said, "Jimmy, we know you're in the moment. But do us a favor, don't make fun of Ed. That's the only thing that's the only note we're giving you. Do your set, be Jimmy Pardo, but don't make fun of Ed." And I was like, well, I can't do a 5-minute set without, I need handcuffs put on me. I know not to make fun of Ed McMahon. I'm not stupid. He's right there. What am I going to look the fool? I'm not going to do that. So I'm in the middle of my set, and you hear a beer bottle hit the ground, the concrete ground. You hear it, the glass bottle hit, and then roll a little bit on the floor. And I decided to say, "Easy, Ed." And the place went crazy. They loved it. They went bananas, the audience. The biggest laugh I got all night, maybe the biggest laugh of the night from all 8 comedians, who then, some of them, went on to be on Star Search. One of us did not. Anyway, I had to get back to a phone call, so I didn't have time to be on Star Search. Dummy, can't stop himself from talking. Let's get to my 5 favorite songs about cheating. Number 5, I know this song stinks, but I like it. Stevie Wonder's Part-Time Lover. I like it. I like the right? Who doesn't like that? That's my version. Number 4, hey, here's a fun one. Garth Brooks, Thunder Rolls. Boy, that's a good song. I like it. And boy, oh boy, I got to say Garth Brooks is in my top 10 favorite concerts of all time. I like Garth Brooks. I'm not the biggest Garth Brooks fan in the world, but I like him. But I saw him at the Staples Center here, which is not a great place to see a concert, so you know that it was a great show if I'm able to say it was great. Had good seats, and he puts on, boy, does Garth Brooks put on a great show. He puts on a terrific show. Now, what you never want to do is buy a live Garth Brooks album, because what is great live is not good on vinyl for Mr. Brooks. I don't need to hear the entire audience sing Friends in Low Places, which he likes to let them do. And it's basically like they just start singing and he gives up. He's just like, you do it. And then I got to hear, on vinyl, I got to hear an audience in Albuquerque sing it. No, thank you. I want to hear Mr. Brooks do it. So see him live. Don't buy the live recordings. That's my thoughts on Garth Brooks. Anyway, Thunder Rolls is a great song. My third favorite song about cheating comes from Carrie Underwood, who I saw in concert once on the American Idol tour. She was, every season of American Idol will go out on tour, and my wife and I were very much into that season, and I want to say I dragged her to see that show. I think it was her and Bogue Bice and Constantine Morales, maybe Diana DeGarmo. Maybe I'm mixing up my seasons of American Idol. I've only been to one live show of the American Idol tour, and that seems like one too many if I'm doing that math right. Anyway, Carrie Underwood had a great song called Before He Cheats, which is a great song and a great video. So worth checking out. My second favorite, seems weird to say my second, to say my favorite song about cheating, because cheating is not a happy thing, right? I guess if you're in the middle of it, it's happy, depending on what side you're on, of course. And it's by Mary MacGregor, a song written by Peter Yarrow from Peter, Paul, and Mary, and it's called Torn Between Two Lovers, where it's about the woman telling her husband, look, I'm not getting what I want from you, so I'm also banging around with this guy. Deal with it. That's the premise of it. And it's heartbreaking. It'll wrench your heart out, and you'll look at it like you're Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse, and then put it back in your own chest. In fact, Mary MacGregor says she's not a big fan of the song, even though it was her only hit, because she has no sympathy for the narrator. Like, how dare you say to that guy, this is what I'm doing, love it or leave it. Torn Between Two Lovers, Mary MacGregor. And number one, fave song about cheating, again, seems weird to say it like that, is Jim Steinman's version of Left in the Dark. Now, I've talked about this song in a previous Jimmy's Records and Tapes, but in this topic, it certainly applies here. Barbra Streisand did a version of this, which is great. Why wouldn't it be? It's Barbra Streisand. MeatLoaf does a version, which is great. Why wouldn't it be? It's MeatLoaf with that over-the-top voice of his. But Jim Steinman, with his very average voice, has all the emotion and heartache that one, I think, needs for this song, Left in the Dark. So that is my number one favorite song about cheating. Hey everybody, it's time for this week's Jimmy's Choice. As a reminder, you can tweet your choices. What two artists do you want me to make a decision on at Jimmy Pardo, hashtag Jimmy's Choice. This week it comes to us from at John_Thurman. And John spells it Jon, so you know I'm already not a fan of this Jimmy's Choice out of the box. Where's that H, brother? Where's that H? Anyway, John wants me to pit REO Speedwagon against Foreigner, which I thought was going to be easier than it actually is. I don't know why Foreigner does not get more due, to be honest with you. They've had 9 top 10 hits, Foreigner. Feels like the first time, Cold as Ice, Hot-Blooded. I dare you not to like those songs. I dare you. I Want to Know What Love Is. I know that's an over-the-top cheesy ballad, but I like it. Star Rider's a great rock and roll song. Long, Long Way From Home is great. Head Games. Right? She's playing with me, man. Head Games. Foreigner's great, but then here comes REO Speedwagon. Here comes the wagon, man. Out of the Southern Illinois, Mid-Illinois, Champaign, Illinois. Keep pushing, riding the storm out. Last song, people. Right? Y'all have a happy Halloween now here. That's how he closes up Golden Country on the live album. Golden Country, top 5 Jimmy Pardo songs of all time. I didn't write it or sing it. 5 of favorite that I like to listen to. They had 4 top 10 hits. 2 went to number 1. You know, here's the deal. And I know this is how I'm making my decision. First of all, I think Kevin Cronin's a great guy. I've never met anybody from Foreigner. So Kevin Cronin being a great guy plays very heavily into this. And I think Gary Richrath has one of the greatest guitar sounds in the history of classic rock. I also went bowling once with REO Speedwagon. So I went bowling with REO. And Foreigner, I saw once do live, and they said, boy, it must be hot out in the arena. Let's make it cold as ice, which I think has to be the worst stage patter I've ever heard. And I've been to a Kiss concert. So REO wins out over Foreigner on this week's Jimmy's Records and Tapes. Jimmy's Choice. Hey, you guys, thank you so much for joining me this week. If you liked it, click the like button. Tell your friends about it. Spread the word. Smash that bell, as the YouTubers say. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Jimmy Pardo, and I host the award-winning podcast, Never Not Funny. So join me over there. If you like what you liked here, you'll like it even more over there. Until next time, the record's back in its sleeve.